Hello and welcome back to the Vibe Online podcast with myself, Megan, and with Karen.
Hello.
We are on episode 33 this week, and we're coming at you with a topic that I don't believe we've spoken about on any previous episodes within the Vibe Online. We might have touched on it very briefly, but we wanted to dedicate a whole episode to this because it's an area of our business and our opportunity that probably isn't highlighted enough to how much value it truly gives us and everybody else that gets involved in this, and that is around the subject of mentorship. Now, me personally, when I got introduced to mentorship, at first I didn't really know how to take it because I've gone through, and you guys might feel the same as well, whoever's listening to this, and maybe Karen, you felt the same as well, is throughout our life you're kind of fending for yourself almost. You're kind of like, okay, we're independent, we can do this by ourselves, let's go and do this. And that's often why we start a business, because we're like, we want the independence, let's go and do it. And then you come into an opportunity that offers a level of mentorship like we do within here. And it's truly amazing. And the value that you get from this level of mentorship is truly life-changing for yourself personally and also within your business, because truthfully you can't have a successful business without the support and understanding of a community, and b people mentoring you that have been there, done that, and are in the position that you want to be in. So Karen, do you want to share a bit with us about kind of the mentorship that we offer within the opportunity and your experience with it, and yeah, what you can share with our listeners with the value?
Yeah, like you say, none of us came into this business like expecting to get the amount of mentorship and help that we do get. And I think a big thing for me was when I left my low ticket network marketing company and transitioned across to start this one, it was very transparent how different it was. I had a coach mentor. We didn't have weekly calls. We didn't have the size of the community that we have here. We certainly didn't have calls with multi 6 and 7 figure entrepreneurs. That just wasn't
Mm.
a thing that happened. So um it was a very, very nice transition for me to come from sort of lesser support to full support. And then also, like, the more you look online and the more you see other businesses and whatever everybody else is offering or what they get, there's always a cost. There's always something that you have to pay for. Now, whether that's like you have to book and pay for a call with somebody, you have to book and pay for a call with your coach, your mentor, and certainly those that are earning multi 6 and 7 figures a year, they're generally
Yeah.
the ones that are charging a fair whack for their mentorship and guidance for however long they're offering that for. So for us to come into this and have, like, it's pretty much from the off, you get free mentorship. So you have your direct coach, mentor, whatever you want to call them. And then with that, you have a free community that we don't have to pay monthly fees to be part of, which is huge. I've had so many conversations actually just the last couple of weeks alone that people have come through and have had calls and they're really keen and they want to start a business. And they're like, that's the biggest thing that's actually getting brought up to me right now, is how much is the monthly subscription to be part of your community? And I'm like, no, it's nothing, it's free. Like, it literally doesn't cost anything. And I think that's a huge aspect that we're not sharing enough about. People don't actually know that, once you have paid the initial £77 to access the training platform for life, everything else past that, the mentorship and everything that you get is free. We
Mhm.
have global leaders from all different levels that are multimillionaires, all the way down to sort of, I guess, me and you, where we are right now in our business. We've been in business for 2 years and we are at a level now that we are stepping into the leadership role, and we are given, really good, sound, free mentorship and coaching and guidance to our team members and the community wide and wider communities. And it's really incredible the fact that we have other people from different communities coming on to our community to share value, and vice versa. We go on to their communities. I've got 2 community calls booked in this month for other communities within the global network of our industry. And it's incredible to be in a position where you can go and share that value with people, because it's, when it doesn't cost anything, it just feels nice. It just feels
Mm,
right. Like, you know, everybody, I don't know about you, Meg, but sometimes like in life, everything is just about money. You've got to pay for this, you've got to pay for that. Nothing is free anymore. But to be able to have a free support network to build your business that's going to give you your free time, your financial freedom, you know, it's just really, really nice to have it. And it's nice to have
mm,
these conversations now with people who are actually like really, really understanding what we do have, and that we're not charging the earth, because what we're ultimately here to do is to help you become free in your time, location, financially. And you're not going to get that if you have to continually keep paying to learn
mm.
and understand how to build a business. So yeah, I feel it's really, really special. I know you were very similar, Meg, but do you want to share to those that are listening like a little bit about your kind of experience? Because you had come from no previous network marketing background or industry at all. So it's all brand new for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was brand new, and it was overwhelming in the most positive and amazing way, actually, when I experienced what the kind of support, and it was non-stop, it was unconditional, it was 24/7 support from every angle, actually. And like you said there, you know, there's people from different communities that aren't even relatedly related to us on a financial aspect in any way, shape, or form, but they give their time, they give their experience, they give their effort, they'll answer questions, they'll jump onto team calls, and they'll sit and have a cup of coffee with you. And these are 6 and 7 figure earners that want to give their time to people because of the opportunity that we're a part of with Enagic. They incentivize people and us to build other people up and to help them succeed. So they will happily give their information. And you know what? They Enagic pays so well that they don't have to charge for
Yeah.
their knowledge, right? And that's a beautiful thing. And like we've mentioned to you guys before, and if you go back to the episode that we speak about the mission behind Enagic and behind the opportunity and what we do online and the people that get involved in this, and not just ordinary people, they're people that truly want to be part of bringing humanity together and helping people and compassion, and you know, really bringing people up from whatever position they're in, and whether that's even with a personal development journey or to help them get out of a financial situation and to really bring them up, you know. And we kind of go through that in that episode, so do go back and have a listen to that if you haven't done already. But the fact that you can put from us, me and Karen, now in a position where we are building up our mentorship and our leadership, we're going to be in a position of those people, the 6 and 7 figure earners, that are also giving our time and our knowledge, because we have our time to do that also, because the opportunity gives you your time back. It also pays you so well that you wouldn't ever want to charge anyone for just giving them genuine care advice to help them along in their business. Because what if you had some knowledge that, you know, you've experienced something that someone's currently going through in an earlier stage of their business, and you know that you can help them? Why would you not help them? You know, you
Yeah.
you wouldn't, because you know we're human and stuff like that. And it's almost like, it's such a bizarre thought to think, it's like, could you ever imagine you're in a big organization, you're in a job, and the CEO is like, you know, what are the issues that you're experiencing right now? And he's like, right, let's go and have a cup of coffee. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at your ads. Let's, you know, let's go through everything that you're currently doing. Let's look at your conversations. You know, what are you currently dealing with? Okay, you read this book, listen to this podcast, jump on this kind of team call. Let's work it out, and give you that time for absolutely damn nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing in return, for absolutely nothing in return, other than wanting to see you succeed. And I think that it took a bit of adjustment, but once that clicked, I was like, this is just the best place for anybody to possibly be in.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
where's the catch? Like, you're giving me all this for free. When's the invoice coming? Do you know? It's
Yeah,
like, when am I going to be hit with a secret payment that you're going to be expecting from me? And it never comes, because it's just not there. And it's really
totally.
like, and they're just normal people. Do you know, it's crazy to think that when we were in Malaysia, and those that obviously have followed me, Meg, and listened to the podcast, to know that we were in Malaysia back in, gosh, February last year. So almost a full year ago, we were in Malaysia. Uh,
Wow.
to think that we spent a week with Gary out there, who is a multimillionaire from the same company, Enagic has made him a multimillionaire, you know, and he was so hospitable that he put us up in his home in the Cameron Highlands in Malaysia, took us out for umpteen breakfasts, lunch, dinners, showed us all the
Mm.
local places to go, drove us around, gave us so much value when it came to the business, taught us so many skills, and just we were able to ask him absolutely anything we wanted. It didn't matter how stupid it sounded to us, because to him, he's been there. We've all got to
Mm.
learn from the bottom up. You know, there's no such thing as a silly question, and that's really nice, because you could be sitting there thinking, I've got this question, it's been burning me, but I don't want to make myself look stupid and ask it, because they'd be like, what, you don't know that? Do you know? But
Yeah.
they were there once, and that's you got to remember. It's like, you know, we didn't all become amazing drivers. We all had to become a learner at one point and learn how to drive. We all had to learn how to walk. We all had to learn how to go to school and read and write. You know, all these things. It's exactly the same when we're learning to build this business. The beauty of it is we get
Mm.
so much with this business, so many different avenues to tap into for help. And even if it's like you said, somebody out with our community that, you know, we're like, oh wow, what they're doing, that I love what they're doing. You know, you can reach out and have a conversation with people, and the amount of friendships that you make on this journey is just incredible as well. So, you know, you have that, and people are absolutely rooting for you every single day. There's none of this
Mm.
like, oh, she's made that amount of money and he's made that amount of money. There's absolutely none of that. You know, if you get a bonus because you've worked hard, and we do get several bonuses at different stages in this business, it's so different. I remember being in the corporate world, and oh my goodness, if you got a bonus and somebody found out that you got a bonus and they didn't get a bonus, it was like holy hell let loose. And it's just
Mm.
absolutely nuts. Nobody can be happy for each other. And I'm going on a little tangent again, because that's what we do on these podcasts. But it's just trying to, like, you know, say to you guys, you get easy over £1,000 worth of training, calls, expertise, if you want to put a comparison on a figure
Mm.
that somebody would pay for another business. I mean, I was on a webinar this morning, actually, just learning about, you know, other sort of social media branding, and you know, how to advertise on social media and stuff like that. You know, her beginner's course was £3,000 alone. So you had a sign up
Yeah.
fee, and then you had £3,000 to even access any of this information. And again, it just reiterates how lucky we are. We had an amazing call last night with a couple of guys from America, who gave, again, so much value, you know, that people would pay thousands for, and we get it all for free.
Yeah.
You know, it's a huge piece that we don't speak about often enough. So
Yeah.
if you are listening and there's maybe something that we've not mentioned that you're thinking like, oh, I wonder if they get that kind of support, or, you know, do they get this, or, you know, whatever. We also run incentives in the community, you know, like I just won a pair of AirPod Pros for enjoying doing my business every day and speaking to people about it. You know, Nancy won a MacBook Pro, Tristan won a new iPhone. Like, there's incentives all the time, but everything that we're given is free. Uh, yeah. So if you have any questions about this that we haven't maybe covered on this podcast, then please feel free, as always, to reach out to one of us, both of us, comment on the podcast or YouTube, wherever you are listening to.
Mhm.
And, you know, we will share, we'll happily make some time, get on a call with you guys, and chat a little bit more about it, how you can get involved, and how it does just change your life in every way, shape, or form.
Yeah, yeah, and I think, like, on that note, we're not gatekeepers, guys. That's why we do this
Oh,
podcast. That's why we share everything on our social media. That's why we get mentorship that we do, because they aren't gatekeepers either. Like Karen just mentioned, we was on a call last night with Matthew Yang and Julian, and they were sharing their screens, showing us all kinds of like new systems and things that we can improve our businesses with, you know, and they will happily give their time, because why wouldn't they? They've got all the time in the world now, and
yeah.
they don't need to gatekeep any information, because you know this opportunity is about bringing people up. And when we've mentioned there about, like, I just want to make a point on this as well, where we've mentioned like multimillionaires and 6 and 7 figure earners, and I know when I first started this I was like, absolutely not, too good to be true, doesn't exist, there's no way.
Yeah.
I just want to like reiterate, yes, it seems too good to be true, but it's so totally possible within this opportunity. And if you understand our compensation plan and you come in and you learn about it, you'll really see what the power of that is. And I just want to say there as well, with like these people that are earning this kind of money and giving us this mentorship, they are so humble. Like,
Yeah.
as mentioned earlier, it's like going, you could easily sit down and have a cup of coffee with these guys. I initially, to begin with, put them on a pedestal and I was like, what is this magic
I know.
wizardry that this person is?
Yeah.
You know, who is this person? What are they doing? What is the magic sauce? You know, but it's not. It's just being a genuine human. It's having consistency,
Yeah.
implementing just the few short, small daily tasks to do to build your business. And yeah, sharing value and rooting for other people as well, because when you root for other people, that comes back to you. So giving to others and giving that information and that mentorship, like me and Karen do as well, with everyone that comes into this, you know, that is then returned onto us as well with gratitude and all that kind of stuff, all that good stuff as well. But if you're coming into this and you're coming into the trial and you know about the insight trial, or if you don't, then obviously reach out to Karen or I. We do have a link within our bios as well. But within our insight trial, you get to experience all of that mentorship, all of that support, all of the training platforms for a 2-week period, so you can experience it for yourself. You can see that it's not too good to be true. You can jump on the calls, you can ask questions, you know. As I say, we're not here to gatekeep, and you guys can see it all for yourself within that 14-day trial period. So guys, we honestly hope that you have really enjoyed this episode where we've spoken about mentorship. We can go on all day, as you know we can. But we hope that we've given you some value so that you can really truly understand that you are never, ever, ever alone within this business from start to finish, when there actually never is a finish, by the way, because it just continues and it gets better and better and better. But yeah, the growth in this and how global the community is, it doesn't matter. You could be in any country in the world, guys, and there will be Enagic distributors in that country you can meet up with, you can chat to, you can get water from, whatever it is. And yeah, it's a really special place to be able to have that support and that community. And I honestly, I can't imagine life without it now. I really
Yeah.
could not imagine life without those friendships that I've made, the positivity within here, you know, people actually genuinely rooting for each other, especially with the you know, the state of the kind of world happening at the moment. We all need that higher vibration, that higher kind of positivity, and it's all within here. So yeah, we'll leave you with that. We're just about to jump on to a mentorship call ourselves.
We
So we
are.
thought we'd just get this podcast in. Yeah, podcast episode in just prior to jumping onto there. So we hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, as always, pop us over a DM or a follow, or you know, share this podcast with someone else if you feel like they, you know, they need that support and they need that mentorship. And yeah, we will be. Anything left to say on this closing episode, Karen?
No, just apart from we will be back next week with yet another episode. And we look forward to speaking to so many of you at any time between now and next episode. Whenever you want to reach out to us, just jump in DMs and we'll open up a space for you and give you all that information. But yeah, we are just about to jump on another call, which is going to be very exciting, which is going to be very similar, actually, talking about what we have just spoken about and giving lots more free advice and value to those business owners who are already running their businesses, whether they have just started or whether they're a few months in, a couple of years in, whatever. It's always valuable to jump on these calls. And you know, we honestly can't shout from the rooftops enough about how much you get with this. So yeah, as Meg says, we hope you have got a lot of value from this. If you do want to hear more, then jump in. But we will be back next week. So have a great evening, guys. And yeah, it'd be great to hear some feedback too.
Yeah, take it easy, guys.
See you later.